I think there's a fight about to break out outside now.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
If Stormy's giving a thumbs up,
Get it on camera, Clem. Go.
Oh, shit.
Go catch him, Clem. I'll just keep talking to Rashad.
To sit here and commentate?
Well, here, we have a more... No, keep Randall.
No,
Randall out there.
Randall, get your old ass here.
Randall, we need you.
I don't want you to die, Randall. Get your old ass here with that saxophone.
Nothing.
Yeah, get your Bill Cosby looking ass inside.
Oh, wow. Accusing Randall of...
Yeah, we can't afford to lose you.
Yeah, Randall, we don't need you.
You want to find a way of dying. Please stay here. Bill Cosby, we need you.
I thought you were the Bill Cosby of this scene.
No, apparently, no.
No, you're not. No, because nobody was sleeping on this shit, dude.
No,
anyway,
nobody ain't sleeping.
Sorry to interrupt. We're going to keep going here because
Please.
this show will go on.
Draw comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Addie Herman.
Thank you, and welcome to Emmett's Tavern. It is, shouldn't have hit that weed before this with you, Shay. My bad, everybody. Welcome to Emmett's Tavern. It is Quick Draw Comedy, March 23rd, 2025, and you are here at a show about redemption, where comics get not one, but two chances to perform stand-up comedy. I'm your host, Addie Herman, and this handsome slice of ginger to my right is my co-host, the captain to my Tennille, the Sonny to my Cher, the executioner, Clem Jameson. And live from the bandstand, on the drums, we have Reese Thurber. And of course, the sax symbol himself, Randall Turner. All right, you are here at a show about redemption. Comics, you will have 2 minutes to make us laugh. When you hear this sound, finish your joke, because when you hear this sound, your set is done. Go ahead and take a seat. Don't worry. You will have a second chance to come up here, followed by a discussion with our panel. Coming to the stage right now, this guy is an absolute grinder, one of my fucking best buddies in the scene, all the way here from O'Neill, Nebraska, Lucas Schneider.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to do 2 minutes of that. So, just like every other, successful 30-year-old with kids, I've been living at home with my parents. And, it ain't so bad, I've got to clean the bathroom every other week, which is better than when I was on my own, when I was cleaning it every week. My teenage sister lives at home, obviously, still. And let me tell you, with the amount of hair I've been pulling out of that drain, that poor girl's going bald. What a shame, because, it definitely couldn't be me losing my hair. Oh, fuck. Living at home with my kid at my parents' house, let me tell you, the value of the dollar is not the only thing that's changed since the 90s. So have grandparents. They are so fucking soft now. My kid says, "Grandma, I'm bored." And then they'll play together for 4 or 5 hours. I told my grandma I was bored, and I got handed a scrap 2x4, a hammer, and a bag of nails. And I was happy about it. For hours. Good God. If I ever said I was bored, I got put to fucking work. I said I was bored one time, then spent the next 8 hours hammering a patio with a sledgehammer. Oh my God. Being turned loose on the city in bikes without helmets was way safer than turning a kid loose on Roblox. I'm certain of it. And I definitely wasn't wearing a helmet, What if one of my friends would have called me a pussy? All right, I've been Lucas Schneider. Thank you.
Lucas Schneider, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Catch him nailing your grandma. All right. Okay, coming to stage right now. This guy is a longtime friend of the show. He's been a guest on multiple episodes. I mean, this guy pretty much runs the Des Moines comedy scene at this point. Let's hear for Tom Michelson.
You can keep going, Randall, until my time starts. Fucking let's get this all jazzy up. You can fucking play a low note if you want. And fucking getting all jazzy, getting all hot, getting all cool, right? Right? Got my cool cowboy hat and shit, right? Telling you some more stories today. I want to tell you about the single dumbest human being I have ever met in my entire life. And ironically, his name was Dunkel, right? It's a perfect name. You know what Dunkel did? This is what Dunkel did. Dunkel forgot his M4 in the Chinook, which is the big-ass helicopter, on the way to the war zone. What's the one fucking thing that you think you would fucking want? Man, he was so fucking hilarious. He wasn't in our chopper, but we just, like, imagine what the fuck could possibly gone through his mind, you know? Like, they give you a sling and shit. Like, they attach it to you. Like, you're nut to butt, right? Like, how the fuck do you fuck that up, you know? Like, it was amazing to us. We're like, at what point did Dunkel realize what Dunkel did, right? Like, was he running out and he was just like, golly, Shazam! I don't fucking know, whatever the fucking you sound like, right? You might as well been fucking Gomer Pyle. Man, it just, you know, he was called a fister. And if you don't know what that is, I don't really fucking know. It stands for like artillery fucking forward person. But us in the infantry would always call him the radio bitch because that's exactly what his fucking job was, right? Every single fucking job was radio bitch's job, right? Because we had the machine guns and all the fucking cool shit. Well, except for me, right? I had just the fucking managerial job, so it was like running the short fucking Chinook the whole time. Oh man, I'm so thankful I didn't have Dunkel. And I'm so thankful, like, we'll take this out. All right, well, thank you so much. Kind of bummed out there. I love you all. Thank you all. Bye.
Tom Michelson, everybody. I think we all have PTSD after that set. Okay. All right. Coming to stage right now. What do you know? This guy is also from Des Moines. An absolute treasure on the stage. It's been my pleasure to watch him grow, and I think you will all be excited to hear what he has to say to us tonight. It's Pax Ricky.
Oh, there's that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Fuck, I don't know why, but every time I follow Tom's hat and belt buckle, I feel the need to say that it is wrong to hate people for who they are. Unless they're Mormons. Or Crystal Girls. It's okay to hate them. I'm gonna focus on Crystal Girls tonight. I can't stand them. Always running around trying to pack 10 pounds of titties into 5 pounds of fucking corset. I mean, that's a good part, but they shamelessly appropriate Wiccan culture. It's terrible. Who are you? What are you doing? Shh. Basically, these Crystal Girls are just a bunch of slutty little fucking racists. That's what they are. Appropriating Wiccan culture, running around with their fucking titties hanging out. My wife is a real witch. While these little fucking culture vultures are out there just trying to, with their sage, trying to give their cucky little boyfriends the black lung. Maybe, you know what, maybe they're not cucks, but they definitely have a costume collection and talk funny at the Ren Fair. Anyways, while these girls are busy stimulating their clits with moonstone wands, my wife is sacrificing her enemies to Baphomet for eternal youth. That's right. She's fucking unclean in the eyes of the Lord. And I like it. Yeah, she's.
Tom Michelson, ladies and gentlemen. That was, yes, a very Gentile set on Sunday. I like that, man. I think we all need to go to church after that. One more time for PAX, everybody. Good stuff. Man, all right. Our final comic of the first round is Quick Draw's first ever regular. You know him, you love him. It's Rashad Vaughn.
Okay, you can shut the fuck up. God damn. Damn, about time. How you guys doing? Okay. Yeah, nobody ain't talking to you. I realized you can't go to these white platforms and talk about the crimes that you commit because they will use your platform to get you locked up. And let me explain by that, because somebody got locked up. And, because they be snitching on themselves. You know what I mean? Dumb motherfuckers be snitching on themselves. Talking about, yeah, I shot this dude down the block. I pistol with him. I did this, that. And I'm like, dog, like, cameras around. Like, why are you going to these white platforms and talk about you killed somebody, and once you get arrested, you talk about, man, I can't believe they snitching on me. I'm like, motherfucker, you snitch on yourself. You snitch on yourself. Don't talk about, oh, yeah, man, the white man got me, the white man. I'm like, yeah, because you're one of these white platforms and talking about the crimes that you commit, how many kilos, the bricks you moved, and how many dudes you shot. That's why I'm glad I'm a civilian. That's why I live on the sidewalk. I stay on the sidewalk. I'm not in the streets. I'm not in the street. They be like, Rashad, come play in the streets. I'm like, no, I'd rather be in the sidewalk, a witness. But well, you can't be a witness because you might get shot by being a bystander. So I'd rather be at home looking out the window and looking at you dumb motherfuckers for selling coke, claiming hood that you don't even own, and then you talk about on these white platforms like No Jumper or DJ Vlad, talking about, yeah, I shot him in the face, shot him 5 times, 6 times, yeah, and I did a crime, I did 10 years, and now I'm here, I'm free, yeah, like the guy that shot Tupac, talking about, yeah, I killed him. And I was like, you dumb motherfucker, they let you out for killing Tupac, and you on camera talking about how you killed Tupac, and then you back in jail about killing Tupac, and you trying to get out of jail for killing Tupac. I'm Rashad Vaughn. Thank you.
Rashad Vaughn. All right, guys. Let's hear it for all the comics we've heard in this first round, huh? All right. On deck, we have Karaoke with Summer. But coming to the stage right now to join our panel, this guy, this will be his second time here on the Quick Draw panel. Last time he was here was over a year ago, back when we were all the way over there. And now, you may know this guy from his podcast, That's Based. You may know him from the Verbal Assault Roast Battles. It's Caleb Salvatore. Welcome.
Dude, I was told this is where the Proud Boys meet up. Is that true?
Well, according to certain people on the internet, yes. Yes, it is.
Well, now that I'm here, it's for sure, so.
Well, it's great to have you here, man. I like your denim jacket. Did you steal that from a minority on the way in?
Absolutely, I did. Absolutely.
Okay.
Right out back, digging through the dumpster. He had it in his cart, and I just grabbed it real quick. So.
Well, that may have just been Summer, actually. I think.
Could have been Randall.
Well, so, it's great to have you here. We're going to have a lot of fun, but we're going to go ahead and run right into this full speed ahead with this next man who is not a comedian, but is one of my funniest friends. Over a lifetime of being alive. That's a sentence. Over a lifetime of music, he has memorized thousands of songs, but has never once learned how to sing. Please join me in welcoming Karaoke with Summer.
Karaoke with Summer. Karaoke with Summer.
For a while to love each other with all we would ever need. Love was strong for so long, never knew that what was wrong. Baby wasn't right, we tried to find what we had till sadness was all we shared. Okay, so here it is again. For a while to love each other with all we would ever need. Love was strong for so long, never knew that what was wrong. Baby wasn't right, we tried to find what we had till sadness was all we shared.
30 seconds on the clock, please.
I know what this song is, and I could give you 30 minutes and Google. I don't think you would get it.
Well, you know, my favorite part about it is that I thought after the first time that he had already sung it twice. I was like, man, this is a very long verse with a lot of words in it. Any guesses, perhaps, while the timer ticks down?
Big group.
Can you give him a hint, Summer?
Big group.
Maybe a better hint.
Well, this song comes from 1979.
Play that song. I'll tell you, man, Randall was looking fit. Well, Summer, they didn't get the song. What does this song mean to you? Why is it special to you this week?
Well, you know, it talks about after the love is gone. So it talks about basically a breakup. And so, but Earth, Wind, and Fire was just one hell of a band, and they lasted. They're still going.
They're still going.
Yeah, some members have passed on, but
which one passed away? Earth or?
Yeah, they're now interned in the earth.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, they're playing
Earth,
Omaha.
Wind, and Fire's big band.
They're getting much worse with global warming, though. So
yeah, things are really starting to switch up.
Well, after they lost Maurice White, to me, they kind of went down a
I'm
little
with
bit.
you there.
I couldn't agree more. Do you have anything to say about this selection here?
See, if it's not 2000s butt rock, I don't know it. So
You don't know it. Well, hey, at least you're honest.
What would 2000s butt rock be?
like Hinder, Puddle of Mud, Saliva, Papa Roach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for like the first three titles or the band names, I thought it was just bands named after butt stuff. like
Well, that
Mudslide and
that band and Steely
Saliva.
Dan are kind of known to maybe be cocaine music.
Really? So the
Yeah,
best.
You get high on coke and you flip that on and kind of groove to it.
Well, sure. How would you groove with cocaine in your system? What type of grooving would you be engaging in?
Well, more contemplative and reflective, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just freaking out in the corner.
Just kind of, whoa, yeah.
What kind of things do you contemplate, or would you contemplate if you were to ever do cocaine? Not saying you ever have.
Well, you know, just contemplate the state of the world and maybe your own mortality.
That is not like any coke I've ever done.
Yeah, you've never done no coke like that, huh? Okay.
I think you were on heroin, Summer.
Was it heroin?
I'd say maybe shrooms.
Well, it was white. I mean.
Okay. Yeah, you bleached your heroin and then put it up your mud hole or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like the coffee enema, I guess.
Okay. Have you ever had a coffee enema?
Yes.
How'd it go?
Well, first of all, you feel that coffee energizer, you know, real fast. And then, you know, it kind of works on you. I used to, when I was in my 30s, I did a whole lot of fasting at different times. One time was 30 days.
Really? And
Yeah.
was the cocaine helping with that fasting at all?
No, there was no coke in that fasting, but, you know, because afterward a coke, it tends to make you hungry. So didn't need anything to work on my hunger, but, you know, well, when you go 30 days, after about 8 or 10 days, you're not hungry.
Really? So you find that you're less hungry the longer you go without eating?
Well, yeah, and then you start getting down there 25, 30 days, and you start going, you know, I probably should eat because I've already lost about 20 pounds. So,
Wow.
Was this a planned fast, or did you just forget to eat?
No, this was a planned fast for 30 days.
The
Yeah.
dumpster's looking a little thin. We might as well fast for a while, right?
Well, one time I fasted over Thanksgiving. You don't make friends doing that, I'll tell you. You know, everybody wants you to have some turkey and some green bean casserole and pumpkin pie, and you're like, sorry, nothing for me. I'll take a glass of water.
So you were just drinking water and nothing else for 30 days?
For 30 days.
Oh, I bet you were a real hit at the bar.
Yeah, well, it was, and it's got its own buzz to it, too.
Well, yeah, you get to walk around feeling better than everybody all the time.
Well, yeah, you don't sleep but 2 or 3 hours a day. That's all you need.
I mean, the more you talk about this, the more I think you were just on cocaine for 30 days. Sleeping 3 hours a day, you got a buzz to it, you're not hungry.
No, that might affect your heart, Eddie.
I don't think there's any medical evidence whatsoever that your heart can be affected by cocaine. All right, Fauci.
Yeah, okay.
It's a hoax.
Those who've done a line and dropped dead, how about Len Bias? Did it affect him?
I never met the man, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that sometime.
Is he a Council Bluffs comic? Or
no,
what?
he was the first round. He was the first round choice of the Boston Celtics. They showed him with the jersey hanging up, and he was at the press conference. And the next day, he was dead.
Oh man, I bet some sports manager got their ass kicked.
And that's when some laws changed, right there.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, there was a group called Norcal, like normal, but they wanted the reform of cocaine laws. After Len Bias died, they didn't get what they wanted.
So they wanted legal cocaine?
Yeah, there was a group that wanted legal cocaine. They were never as strong as the marijuana group, normal. They were never that strong, but there was a group, Norcal.
Where does one donate to this group?
I don't even know if they still exist, but at the time in the 80s and all, there was this group that wanted the reform of cocaine laws, and they wanted legal cocaine. I've always kind of thought that was pretty cool. You go in the liquor store, you get a 6-pack, a fifth, and throw in a 2-gram tin of that shit. Yeah.
Well, Summer, I think you need to run for president, my man.
Fucking hell yeah.
He's almost old enough.
No, I'm old enough. You only have to be 35.
That's right, Summer. Well,
But we never have any that young, it doesn't seem.
no. I think Obama was the youngest, wasn't he?
He was the youngest, but Bill Clinton was fairly young when he started and was the president. He was in his 40s.
Wow, that's not a bad run to have.
Yeah,
Be a
that's
president.
why him and Monica Lewinsky could get together, you know? I mean,
Sure,
you're
yeah.
70, you're probably not doing that.
Yeah, women will never have sex with old men for influence or power.
Unless they're rich.
That was the joke, Summer. That was.
Unless they're rich.
Well,
yeah.
Summer, it was great talking to you. Do you have anything you want to let these folks know before I get you out of here? Any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Well, don't take wooden nickels.
All right, you heard it here. Don't take wooden nickels and don't do white lines. All right, let's hear for
retirement.
Karaoke with Summer, everybody. Hell yeah. All right, we'll come to the stage for his second set right now. It's Lucas Schneider.
Oh, man. You know, Summer was only fasting because they started locking the dumpsters where he was living. He was fucked. In case you guys didn't know, that green light means the lot lizards are open for business tonight. You can talk to the pimp right here. Trust me, Reese will get you there real fast. That's why he wears that checker flag jacket. And Randall hasn't changed his shirt since '72, as you saw. Oh, man. Seeing Tom up here makes me so happy the military decided they didn't want me. Oh, man. Pax is dressed like he started selling drugs this morning. And Rashad with an O for oil up them feet, bitch. All right, now the jokes. It's a small town living, very weird thing. If you've lived there your whole life, you know way too much about everybody. So the road rage gets real fucking personal. And he's got to be all muttered under your breath and shit. So a guy will cut you off, not use a blinker. He's in a lifted truck that you know for a fact never leaves pavement. And you just got to sit there and take it. God damn it, Drew, I haven't liked you since I was 12 fucking years old. Nothing's fucking changed, you piece of shit. No wonder your fucking dad is goddamn losing the farm back to the Indians and your mom fucks the mailman every week. What a fucking disgraceful child you are. Despicable.
You're the mailman.
That's the fucking punchline of the joke, Summer. It's all ruined now. Let's get this over with.
Lucas Schneider, everybody, huh?
Goddamn. Can't carry a tune, can't keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, that's the second time that Summer has been like, that's the joke. And everybody already got the joke.
You should say the punchline anyway. I want to hear it. I mean,
Yeah, is there a punchline
there's
to
definitely
this?
a punchline.
Clearly, I don't do this for a living during the day I'm a mailman. That's the punchline. It works better in the flow of the joke.
I think Summer's heckling kind of punched that one up for you.
No, I don't think so.
What I love is that you came in here, you absolutely crushed, and then the joke started.
Yeah, right?
Hell yeah.
Do what I can.
Can you just go around and roast everyone in the room?
I mean, I can try.
That would be great.
Well, let's see. Let's see if you can do. You got the lot lizards already.
I got the lot lizards.
How about the guys that are guarding fucking Randall's artwork over there? You see that?
Well, it's crazy. Zach got himself a haircut, and he went from looking like a pedophile Pee-wee wrestling coach, and now he looks like the kind of guy that tells 17-year-old girls age is just a number.
Continue.
Who else? Stormy looks like Mickey Avalon, which is enough of an insult. Yeah, he knows who Mickey Avalon is. Who else sitting over there? Chris Vincentini. You're enough of a joke.
Wow, a real hurtful insult there.
I already got
Not even
Rashad.
a roast, really.
Shay. Bald. I can't talk shit about African women. I'll get my ass kicked at home. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, that'd be a conflict of interest.
It would
It's a harmful
be. It would be.
stereotype. All right, well, enough of this shit. We're gonna get back to the show. So you had talked about cleaning the bathroom at your home. I mean, what is the wildest stuff you have ever encountered while cleaning a restroom at your house?
At my home?
Yeah, because a lot of people live there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, me, my daughter, and my high school sister, or sister who is in high school still.
Okay. So do you
Little
find any
sister.
calculators in the drain or anything?
I don't find any calculators in the drain. One night, I did find a condom in the drain, and I certainly didn't fucking put it there.
Yeah, you notoriously don't use condoms.
No. Why would I?
Condoms are for pussies, bro.
Exactly.
They are.
It's just like a helmet. It's no fun that way. But I had, being the fucking nice guy that I am, I picked it up barehanded and walked into my sister's room in front of her friend and her boyfriend and said, "Hey, dumbass, this doesn't go down a shower drain. You fucking idiot."
So they tried
And I
to.
wagged it at him like this, and then I threw it on the bed.
Yeah, you showed them, huh?
I sure did.
That is wild, grabbing a condom that was both used by another man and was inside of your sister. That's pretty crazy to do.
It had been washed. The shower had been running, so
Sure,
I knew. I wasn't worried about
I was gonna
it.
say, is that like secondhand incest?
Yeah, I think
God,
there's a
I hope
cat-
not. I don't think that'll hold up in court. I think it'll be okay.
It was a teaching moment.
Sure was.
That's right. Well, Summer, we have great momentum oftentimes at the show, and then it becomes a teaching moment for all of us. So you were talking about how the military didn't want you. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
What was their thinking behind it?
Oh, I had a possession charge when I was a minor,
Okay, so
and then I turned 19, and this was during their years of being strict of not taking people that had criminal records.
okay, so you got in trouble for having pot, I assume, as a kid?
Yeah.
And that followed you into your career.
The thing is, I wasn't even fucking there. I wasn't there when it happened.
Oh, here we go.
I fell for an immigrant's tricks.
Now I believe him again.
Yeah, exactly. As a foreign exchange student, had my weed in his car, and he got pulled over, and under zero pressure from the cop, just gave him my name and my phone number, and told him it was mine, and then got me convinced that he was going to get deported if I didn't admit that it was mine, and me being the kind-hearted individual I used to be before women ruined me, I bought it.
You should have just
And
called
here we are.
ICE.
I should. Well, he was here. He was here legally at the time. He was a foreign exchange student.
That doesn't matter anymore.
Well, not anymore. This was a long time ago.
All right.
Anyway,
So this guy gives up your name and all of that, and he's a foreign exchange student. Was he by chance from the Middle East at all? Mm-hmm. So maybe the army was like, "Hey, this guy's hanging out with
Kazakhstan. Yeah.
Oh,
They don't like-
Kazakhstan.
yeah.
Isn't that where Borat's from?
Probably.
Okay.
He was not quite as smart as Borat, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Borat is known for his
Fuck you,
intelligence.
Akmal.
Oh, his
Anyway.
name was Akmal.
Yeah.
And he was like, "My name is Lucas Schneider."
No, he didn't say that. He said, "That's not mine. That's my friend's. It's Lucas Schneider's. Here's his phone number."
And they
Here's
just
where
took
I
him
live.
at his word.
Yeah. And then they came in. Yeah.
Well,
And as soon as I got pressured, I was like, "Well, yeah, it was mine, but I wasn't there, so." Because I was an idiot and too honest for my own good.
that's crazy. That guy did like a remote arresting.
Yeah, usually it's the whites that are doing that to minorities, so
Yeah. Well, one for the home team, I guess.
I guess.
Well, so I mean, obviously that career choice didn't work out for you, which is crazy because you still ended up working for the federal government as a mailman.
Isn't it? Isn't that nuts?
How often do you think people are declined from military service and then go down to the post office to get a job?
Often.
Same amount of gun use, I assume.
Yeah, generally, you know. You can get a lot more kills at the post office, but
Yeah, they're all just sitting there in the office.
yeah,
you can
right?
really.
They're not. They don't even see it coming.
They don't fight back. No, I guess neither do the military's victims. So
That would be the move. Like if you want to do like a really classy shooting at a post office, you come in with a package that's already wrapped up, and then you pull it out Terminator style, like when he pulls out the flowers and there's a shotgun in there. But you have the shotgun, and they have a bad day.
Well, yeah. That's the plan.
Technically, it's only part of a half day. They won't get the rest of it.
Yeah, it's not a federal holiday, so
Yeah.
they still got to come in.
They won't approve their leave slip for the afternoon, I'm sure.
Yeah, their leave the earth slip. So, I mean, that job didn't work out. How are things going with your current job? Are you happy with it? or
No,
what?
God, no. Fuck no. Why would I be? That's silly.
Well, you tell me.
Well, you know, I've been looking for other jobs. I've been doing some job hunting for months now.
UPS.
Oh God, I'm done delivering other people's bullshit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. So I'm gonna go do something even more annoying. But I don't know what that is yet. So I've been applying for all sorts of different jobs. Been sending my resume out. I thought I uploaded my resume to Indeed, you know, because they'll just autofill all their information in. And you know, for a month I wasn't getting anything back. So I thought, okay, I need to use AI, bump this resume up a little bit, make it look better, and we'll get something going. So I go to check it, and somehow the link had got messed up, and I had some fucking college kid's term paper in as my resume. It was about the conquest of North Africa and fighting Rommel off in the desert. It was a pretty good paper, but it wasn't getting me any fucking calls back, I can tell you that.
So AI, you're telling me AI isn't all it's cracked up to be, huh?
I think this might have been user error, but
AI is great if you ever want to see Taylor Swift naked. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I imagine.
I know.
They really punch her up. It's
They do.
So I mean, well, so obviously you put in that.
I sent that
information.
resume to like 15 different places.
So they literally thought like an autistic boy was trying to get a job there. or
Autistic,
something.
fucking psychotic, probably.
Chapter 2. What is that for a last name? Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Well, I think if we've learned anything tonight from Lucas, it's that doing the work yourself often pays off,
It does.
and you don't look like a crazy person.
I still probably look like a crazy person.
But you do look like a crazy person. I think as a friend, I must let you know. You look crazy,
That's
and you
fine.
are crazy. But
I've
that's
accepted
okay,
that.
because
Yeah.
we're all crazy.
Somehow.
Somehow we are all crazy, and I'm feeling real good about that show. I texted the lady. We're gonna be expanding to O'Neill, I think, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. I've never been to a city that needs more of a cocaine influence before, man.
Oh God, what did you think of that?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I had a great time. Four-wheelers, firearms, and the falafel. Those the themes of the show.
Where the hell did you find falafel? in
I
O'Neill?
panicked, if I'm being honest.
I was gonna say we got a Chinese restaurant, but
falafel. I don't know. Is that okay? I'm sorry. I just got canceled. No, I had something written down, but well, you know, that's okay. I forgot it in my other pants.
Okay.
You guys have a great rehab facility there. My mom went there.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's quite fantastic. I've had many people try to say, "Hey, I've got to go to Valley Hope tomorrow. Can you sell me a little bit of weed?" You wouldn't believe the amount of money I've made off those people.
So these people pay in advance, I assume.
Oh yeah, they're cash in hand, brother.
So they're
You're
about
going to rehab in the morning? Yeah, you give me that money now. This ain't going on credit.
That is crazy to go to rehab for weed. Like,
yeah,
what a dork.
It's not. I can't even compare it to anything else equally as stupid.
Well, good. I'll tell you what.
I knew a guy that got sent there for beating his wife.
To rehab?
Yes.
He was addicted to beating his wife?
Yes. When he came back to work, we called him Thumper. And he only lasted about 3 more weeks, and he quit. He couldn't take the heat.
You fucking rage quit, dude.
He did.
Well, man, what do you got coming up you want these folks to know, Lucas?
Well, the Dubliner open mic every week. Back, you know, put the list out at 7:30. It starts at 8. Me and Taylor Zaki have been putting out a podcast, Unpasteurized. It's fun. That's, but you know, it is unpasteurized, so the lactose intolerant need not apply. Other than that, Smiley Comedy on Facebook, and have a good night.
Let's hear it for Lucas Schneider, everybody. Starting the show out right. All right, coming to stage for his second set, it's Tom Michelson.
Yeah, keep it going, Randall. Oh man, I love it fucking here. You know, I loved it that first set, right? Addie mentioned me, like, I basically run the Des Moines comedy scene. You know, that's what I love about being on this stage, right? You can just lie about fucking everything, you know? Like, I certainly don't have any kids. I don't have any money to child support. Like, what other lies are we gonna fucking say? You know, of all the things that I admitted to on stage, my favorite thing to be accused of is stolen valor, right? Like, that's my favorite fucking thing, right? You know, I got pictures and shit to prove it, but I just love hearing the excuses why, right? Of all the things I'd fucking lie about, right? Being homeless, fucking all the other shit that I fucking said, I'm running for president, right? Of all the other fucking things I fucking believe, right? I wasn't in the army, right? I'm exactly what they were. You know, I'm exactly what you think about when you think about the army. Some guy who couldn't get together in fucking high school somehow failed into heroics or some shit, you know? The most valuable thing that could have happened to me is if I got blown up. And at least I'd be worth $500,000 to somebody, right? It's sort of like, you know, I share a lot of things with Lucas besides the hair and the goatee and the mannerisms and soon to be fanny pack. But I too fell for an immigrant, right? She was also a foreign exchange student. And she was about the prettiest girl I ever met. And for about 5 years, and then we decided to have a child. She got off birth control. And all of a sudden, I became a lot less interesting, right? The one thing about it is that she was hot, I guess. So I got going that for you, you know. You know, and a lot of people ask me, like, they'll see a photo of her and be like, how'd you get her? Like, I'm handsome, damn it, right? I swear I am, you know. I'm somebody's type, you know. A surprisingly number of you. Anyways. You know, that's me, though. Just going back to the old stomp heap. That's right. Tom Michelson, American stepdad. Single moms.
Tom Michelson. Perfect timing, man.
Yeah, let's go with perfect timing. A lot of help there, Clem, I'm sure. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
It's an automated timer. That was all on you. That was all on you.
You are. I like that you were in the army, and that's why you always hold the mic at low ready.
Wow. Also, it's just because I'm so fucking loud. I learned that through the last fucking 3 venues, that there is like not 1, not 2, but now all the fucking venues that I go to, they have this thing called the Tom setting, which is, it is the minimum lowest setting that you can turn on right before you might as well turn off the fucking microphone.
Yeah, just a whisper mic, if you will.
Yeah. Well, nothing is a whisper when I'm ever in there. You could just explain to Pax, you know, one of the nice things about Pax is that he's really, really deaf. So he
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So like when I go on and on and on and on and on, like it doesn't hurt anybody, you know? Unlike everybody else I talk to. I don't know. I've had a weird week, man.
I can tell you've had a weird week by that crazy long ramble you just did. So Tom, you talk about being very loud. Have you ever thought about being quiet? Or is it a hearing issue? Perhaps you didn't wear your ear pro on the range.
Well, probably. That's probably why I'm so fucking loud.
Or
What was the question?
Well, that's just, wondering about why you're so loud. But do you have anything there?
He said he had a weird week. I want to know what a normal week looks like for him.
Well, usually it goes around smoking a bunch of weed and then somehow trying to find an excuse to go buy a bunch more weed, you know? I prefer the term comic as opposed to like weed dealer, you know? I think it makes me sound a little bit more professional, you know? It's a little bit easier. It'll be a little bit easier to get that next ring, you know, on the corporate ladder or whatever the fuck I'm doing, you know?
So you've moved into the art of the deal, you might say. You're getting the medicine to the needy, we could say. Have you ever given anybody any of that before they have to go to rehab?
So, I mean, once or twice, but they were gonna relapse anyways.
That's the spirit.
I just like to think of myself, as the replacement for the new Joe Camel. I already sell cigarettes and weed to teenagers, right? Fireworks and whatever else they need,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's on stage.
I think you should be the new Marlboro Man with that jacket, dude. That thing's crazy.
Yeah,
What
but
is that?
I'm too much of a Reynolds man, Oh, man.
You've got
this is, I found this in somebody else's apartment. And
What do you mean by that?
Well, like now that I got a work truck and stuff, and I've got the yellow light on there, and I got the hat, right? Now I show up into job sites, and everybody thinks I'm the boss. And now they help me load up all tools and equipment and whatever else I want out of apartments. And, and then I drive off, and then it's a while before they realize that, like, something has happened,
Well, so this is kind of like what Rashad was talking about, how people go onto white platforms and admit to crimes and get themselves in trouble.
Well, I mean, like, nothing's
very
bad's
black
gonna
of you.
happen. I'm off probation. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen, right? Like, I wouldn't even be the most criminally thing, I don't know. I've had a, I'm just gonna say this. I had to Me Too my fucking brother this week.
You had to Me Too your brother?
Yes.
What, he got too handsy or what?
No, he got handsy with a lot of people. See, I knew trouble started because he's about 9 years older than me, and I'm not sure at what age.
So he's 53 or what?
Well, yeah, sure, why not? But I don't know at what age it was for him to stop dating girls my age, but probably when I was in high school. I think that was like a first thing that I could probably suspect. So,
what's happening?
I don't know. I have a big bully, and he's 45 years old, and it's just weird being middle-aged and being scared of your big brother,
So you're scared of your big brother?
Well, I mean, scared is a harsh word, just annoyed constantly,
Those are two very different things.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, it's fine when you're kids, right? When you smack each other around or talk, throw a punch here and there. Middle age, right? Having a bully, it's like I can't bounce anymore. There's so many concussions I've had between the Army and being an idiot over the years, that I have the brain of an 80-year-old man, right? But sometimes parts of it just don't come back no more,
Not really,
Yeah.
but so you're saying that your brother is abusive towards you? He hits you and stuff at family reunions or what?
No, we lived for each other for a year, right?
You lived with each other for a year?
Yeah, and it was back to when we were kids, except now we have the size and shape of adults, right? And I guess some of the mannerisms. And so it just becomes like a chore, One time he punched me really hard, and then we got into a fight. And then the next morning he woke up and he started yelling at me like, "I really hurt, Tom." And I was like, "Good. That's why you don't punch people.
So he started a fight with you, what, in the living room or something? And then you hit him back, and he's like, oh, why'd you hit me? I'm sore.
Yeah, like, no, it's just he pounded on me, I pounded on him. It's just, the thing is...
What are you talking about,
Rephrase
Tom?
that. Try
I'm
again.
not the judge,
No,
okay?
no. Oh, okay. It's just very weird to be a middle-aged man and then constantly be afraid of somebody taking your lunch money, you know? And that's how I became homeless.
Have you thought about maybe having Dunkel come down and take care of him?
Yeah.
How about
maybe.
the guys
It
over?
couldn't be the worst thing possible, right? It wouldn't be the dumbest ideas.
Maybe you could get Norkel involved. Those
Yeah.
are two words that were said tonight on this show, by the way. Norkel and Dunkel. Those sound like two retarded cousins, dude. That's crazy.
Well, like I said, they did fly in the short Bradley, or the short Chinook.
The short Chinook. That's funny. I think I've realized what it is. You're constantly thinking that you're in a helicopter every time you do stand-up. And so you got to yell over the whirring of the blades.
Yeah, that's got to be why I'm so fucking loud.
I think so. Or maybe you're like Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life, and your brother is like Mr. The drugstore owner that hits you in the air and it fucks your ear up.
Yeah.
He was also in the military.
Yeah. Or, maybe I've just transported forward in time, and that's why I still think I'm trying to pull off this ridiculous hat,
Oh, I'm still trying to figure out the jacket that I brought up about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
What is this jacket?
So, no, peace just wants to be free, ladies and gentlemen, right? That's all they are. You see, it's supposed to signify that I'm kind of a hippie, so that's why the weed smell from the truck or something. I don't know.
Did you really run for president?
Yes. And as you can see, the candidacy went nowhere, right? Although, to be fair, I will say this. Running for president was a great way of getting out of probation. So, I mean, it does work for that, right? I don't know how it works, but, like, I could raise money. I'd say it's going to the campaign, All of a sudden, like, I got meals and I got, my car and, and I got artwork and a bunch of T-shirts, So it all worked out, I suggest everybody run for president, right? Right? If we're all president, right? Well, I mean, it can't make it any worse. I don't know. Let's just elect another 80-year-old man or a crazy old man.
I think that should be your campaign slogan. It can't get any worse.
Yeah. Come on, America, right? It can't possibly get any worse, Like the ocean's going to take over Florida, like whatever, like Elon Musk's going to send us rockets to the moon. Like we're going to invade Greenland or something for no reason. Maybe it'll come back the other side and somehow, it'll be peach fuzz and wonderful. I don't know. I've lost all train of thought at this point.
I see that, Tom. Is there anything you want to let these folks know before I get you out of here?
Well, I appreciate you guys bringing me on, especially as insane as I am sometimes. It's just the flashbacks coming back, ladies and gentlemen. But if you want to come out to Lefty's Live Music in Des Moines, we have a open mic. Free to anybody come in. We're usually open 8. But maybe a little bit later after show, but we're always open pretty late. So
what day is
come
that?
out. That is Mondays, every Monday, Manic Mondays at Lefty's Live Music. So
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I love you so much. Thank you.
Let's
all
hear
for
what Tom Michelson, huh? Perfect. That was the craziest VFW meeting I've ever had, dude. All right. So coming to stage right now, let's hear it for PAX Ricky.
Holy shit, Tom. Who did this to you? Fuck. Anyways, Lucas, my good friend. You dress like you like to drop acid and then dream about marrying your slaves after the Civil War. I know I'm right. Anyways, I talked about my wife's anti-aging process. I also have one. Yeah, you missed the earlier side. So, in July, I will be 41 years old. Now, a lot of people don't believe me when I say I'm going to be 41 years old. 41? 41. I'll be 41. This is a fucking train wreck, dude. I don't even... Dude, my first set, I was fucking heckled by fucking Nancy Pelosi if she was a fucking methed out Oompa Loompa. This night is just not going fantastic for PAX. I'm not even gonna fucking try to do a bit. This is horse shit. And then Lucas says you look like you fucking just started dealing drugs yesterday. Motherfucker, I was selling drugs when you didn't even know when drugs were. You fucking turd. All right, I'm done.
Pax Ricky,
Fucking
everybody, huh?
You fucking turd.
Pax.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a tough night for you. Have you thought about maybe doing a dance with the rest of the Funky Bunch? Maybe get out there and stretch your stuff a little bit, build up some confidence, and come back again.
It's gonna be hard to get them back together. AIDS hit them hard.
Man, I mean, you came up here. What I loved about you is you came up and you roasted, and it didn't go well at all for the whole set. But that's important that sometimes...
No, it didn't go well at all.
It didn't, man. But honestly, you did get a big pop about that one lady in the back who, it was crazy. I thought she was wearing a choker, but it turned out that was just her neck.
It was just loose skin.
Yeah, I was like,
it was so gross.
Like, she's a freak. No, she's just got a gizzard.
I don't know how you develop.
I think maybe misshapen penises. Maybe that kind of causes it. That fold.
Maybe. It's when she was born as a penis and just never got circumcised.
Well, no. I mean, if I have to
don't know what
explain
you're
this,
saying.
It's okay. Nobody knows what anything's saying. How's sobriety going for you, by the way?
Terrible.
Okay. In what ways?
I'm just not interested in it.
You're not interested in sobriety. Why aren't you interested in sobriety, Pax?
Well, fuck it. It's a little hard to explain. I'm not sad about it, Clem. No, it's just it's way more boring. Like, I have a lot of shit to deal with, and when I go out and do comedy, I'd rather be a little fucking happier.
Well, so how many drinks have you had tonight?
4.
Okay, so 2025, year of the Falcon, year of terrible comedy advice. I think you should get that up to 8 and try again.
I will.
I don't think you're drinking enough before sets, Pax.
Next time I'll try 8.
Well, and I gotta wonder, what with your recent whoops-a-daisy on the road, are you allowed to drink? Are you in the program?
I am allowed to drink.
You're allowed to drink?
I have no probation. Because it was 12 years before my last DUI.
Okay.
I get off basically scot-free.
Okay, you get a what do they call that? A Reggie or what?
A mulligan?
A mulligan. Yeah.
Hey guys, producer Clem here. We had to cut a few things from this. We had some hecklers that got completely out of line, inappropriate, and eventually got physical. So there's going to be some gaps here in this podcast. I just wanted to give you the heads up, but I think you'll see enough of what's going on. Here we go.
Hey, everybody give her a round of applause. That took balls.
That did take balls. In this culture,
Nobody tell my Mexican wife at home, okay?
yeah, it's gonna be quite a drive to the La Casa.
That's
I'll
why
just get her deported too. I don't care.
So I think she thought that Pax was white. That's the weird part.
Yeah, I am quite taken aback.
Well, Pax, I'll tell you what, that's the power of a heckler. You're actually in favor with the crowd now. See how this whole show is turned around thanks to one drunk lady and her abuelo, okay?
Thank you for calling me a racist, lady. I can't.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I can tell, I know when I've said something really offensive when I get an audible oh shit from a personal friend of mine in the corner. He's like, oh shit. Randall was packing his speaker up. He's about to get out of here. Man, that was a fun interaction. My favorite thing is that we all have it on camera. Multiple angles. Hey, sir, this is not the time to do that.
You're gonna stop.
Hey,
move out.
Robbie, this guy needs to go. He's fired up.
So yeah, he came in and tried to get physical with Pax, even though Pax isn't the one that said anything offensive. Pax was like the most innocent in the room of this whole thing, and he wanted to get physical. We got everything settled down, but then Randall kind of stole the show. Check this out.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Every time she goes away.
I know.
Get the lighters out.
I know.
So yeah, this was pretty ugly. It took a while to get the show back into order. Just don't go to comedy shows and insult the comics while they're on stage. And if you do, and they roast you back, don't get offended and call them racist. It's not a good look. This whole situation was uncomfortable and kind of just ruined the night for a lot of people. So be a good audience member. That's it.
Guys, check it out. We're gonna be doing some editing on this show tonight, but let's send Pax off right. Let's hear it for Pax Ricky.
Yeah, I tried.
Clem, we're gonna go ahead and edit from the point to where all of this crazy stuff was happening, and we're just gonna cut it straight to Pax Ricky, because that interview afterwards.
And I think I'm just going to release just the fight. The rest of the episode we'll scrap.
Send that to me. I want that for my own personal records.
Yeah, I think we just went viral. I don't know. We'll find out, huh?
You're welcome.
Hey, and shouts out to all of you guys for being there and just, being such a supportive and loyal group of dogs, man. Where my dogs at, huh? Randall started playing a saxophone solo of Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that was absolute genius on your part, sir. One more time for the lot lizards over there, man. Playing as the Titanic sinks, dude. You guys are hardcore. All right, listen, guys. We're down to our final comic of the night. This has been a wild episode. I mean, I can't wait to hear what this man has to say about the things he has just seen and been in the corner during. Rashad Vaughn.
Yeah. Fuck all you guys. You guys are fucking racist. Shoot. First the Latinos, now the blacks. Yeah, fuck all you guys. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Lucas, whatever your last name, for beating me in basketball. Fucking mail boy. You fucking racist. Shoot. Fuck you too, Caleb. I don't know.
I probably had it coming.
Yeah. Fuck all you guys too. Fuck you, Clem, for telling me to get the fuck out. Fuck you guys. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Shoot. I don't know. But goddamn, I got a confession to make. I did not know what a fucking peg was. The last episode, Taryn kind of put me on the spot. She was like, will you let a woman peg you? I'm like, what the fuck is that? But I don't want to act dumb. I don't want to be the typical dumb comic. So I just said, yeah, and everybody started laughing, like, ah! I'm like, what the hell they laughing? And then I asked Zach, I'm like, what is a peg? He was like, oh, a woman fuck. I'm like, oh, hey, nothing. So I'm as a heterosexual black male, I will never let a woman fuck me. I was born as a virgin ass, and I will die as a virgin ass, okay? So if you let a woman fuck you, you might as well just come out of the closet, okay? Cause that's just straight up in the closet. I'm not using that word because I don't want me to get. I'm not gonna get canceled. They quick to cancel me than cancel you racist fucks. Y'all should get canceled tonight for building the wall on the Latinos. So. Fuck all y'all.
Rashad. Well, you came in hot. And by the end of it, everybody just was kind of upset.
I was upset.
You were over there in the corner, and I mean, were you a part of any of that? The shenanigans happening over there?
No, I just got up because I was like, oh shit.
You got up. Where did you go? Where were you?
I was behind the dude that was like, what do you say, bro? What do you say? I'm like, yo, chill.
And you just got up and left.
I didn't get up. I just said, yo, it's a comedy show, bro. It's a comedy show. They just jokes. We tell jokes, and yeah, they racist as fuck. But hey,
But we're your racist, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, she was like, fuck. Well, she didn't say, talking to me. She was like, fuck you. She was talking to Zach. I'm like, what's Zach do? Zach was way over there quiet.
Oh, Zach was getting yelled at too?
Yeah, he's like, fuck. She was like, fuck you, fuck everybody here.
Everybody's catching strays, man.
Yeah, everybody's getting in trouble out here. I think she's just mad that those are the two guys she's taking home tonight.
I guess. I would take her home. But
you would take her home?
Yeah.
I mean, she had a little bit of attitude to her.
Yeah, I do. I like them spicy.
Yeah, well, she had some spice to her. Not much sugar, but a lot of spice. And
not much sugar, but a lot of spice.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, spice girl.
I'm glad you like that, man. Well, you talked about being a heterosexual black male. Heterosexual black male sounds like how you get fired from being a host at the Sydney.
You know what's crazy? Julian did got fired from the host of the Sydney.
For being a heterosexual black male.
Oh, yeah.
I'd use the word heterosexual lightly with Julian.
Yeah, we call him the Rocket Man. Yeah. The Candle Man. The Wick Man. Rashad, so also, I mean, goddamn, what a great interview this is going to be.
Oh, Lord.
Knock on wood. All right, so you had talked about how last week Taryn convinced you to start pegging. I think there's a fight about to break out outside now.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
If Stormy's giving a thumbs up,
Get it on camera, Clem. Go.
Oh, shit.
Go catch him, Clem. I'll just keep talking to Rashad.
To sit here and commentate?
Well, here, we have a more... No, keep
Randall
out there.
Randall, get your old ass here.
Randall, we need you.
I don't want you to die, Randall. Get your old ass here with that saxophone.
Nothing.
Yeah, get your Bill Cosby looking ass inside.
Oh, wow. Accusing Randall of...
Yeah, we can't afford to lose you.
Yeah, Randall, we don't need you.
You want to find a way of dying. Please stay here. Bill Cosby, we need you.
I thought you were the Bill Cosby of this scene.
No, apparently, no.
No, you're not. No, because nobody was sleeping on this shit, dude.
No,
Okay, so anyway,
nobody ain't sleeping.
sorry to interrupt. We're going to keep going here because this show will go on.
Yeah, the show will go on. One monkey will not stop no
somebody
show.
Let him in. Okay, so, we're going to have a password in English from here on out for the show. Now, that was racist, all right?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be... Okay, anyway. So you had talked about how Taryn had asked if you were into pegging, and you didn't want to seem like an idiot, so you said,
I should have just said, like, what do you mean by pegging? And
you should have.
I should have. You said yes like a dumbass.
We would have laughed just as hard if you asked. But
Well, sure, yeah.
Yeah, then everybody laughed at me, and then as later on, I found out what pegging was, and I'm like, oh hell! But I cleaned myself during the interview like I was born as a virgin ass, and I would die as a virgin ass.
Yeah. You born
I
as
cleaned myself up in that same interview portion.
I do love watching you not trying to be on any gay shit. That's always very funny.
No, all respect to the LGBT LMAO community. I will.
4K HD TV.
I am not. I love y'all. I love everybody, but I'm not part of that culture. You know, I respect, but yeah, I don't want to get fucked in the ass.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you what, these white platforms are getting crazier and crazier, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Next thing you know, they're gonna send me to jail.
No, Rashad, you are safe at Emmett's, and you are safe at any show that I'm at, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, well,
man.
thank you, Ed. At least somebody.
And our performers are safe. I mean, we had a legion of dangerous people get up and get in between us and some people who we're not going to talk about what race they were, but they were upset.
Yeah, they was upset. Yeah, they was upset.
Mexicans.
I love all you. I love all the Mexicans. I love my future soulmate is a Mexican. So.
Okay, Latinos.
He?
No, what?
You said he.
No, she.
Okay.
She.
So is there a hot enough woman, like a woman that was attractive enough that you would let peg you?
Hell no.
No?
No. I
Okay.
might as well come out the closet if I'm gonna let a woman fuck me in the ass.
Okay, you know what, Rashad? I like that you stand on principles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rashad, pick one. Biological woman that looks like Hulk Hogan, or Megan Fox with a dick.
I think we had this conversation before.
Well, let's
Not
have it
on the
now.
record, though.
And we had this conversation before. Caleb, Salvatore, I will choose. Oh damn, this might come. I would choose a biological woman.
All right, bring her out here, guys.
Bring him in.
Come on, brother.
I'm heterosexual.
Just comes in and throws you over her shoulder and takes you in the back. Get over here, big boy.
Yeah, I have dated a tall woman before. So.
Let me counter with this. Okay, so we've got Megan Fox with a penis. What about a biological woman that looks like Hulk Hogan with a strap on?
Neither.
Neither. Okay, so you just go home and jerk off thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna beat my meat like I owe these money.
Sure. That would be cool if you could beat off and like coins would come out at the end. I mean, I think prostitution would be much more popular.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Of course, they'd have to spend lots of money on dental surgery because I mean, a mouthful of quarters can't be good for the enamel.
No, it would not. Mm-mm.
The March of Dimes, huh? That's. I'll tell you what, man. The crowd's outside engaging in a race riot, but I'm killing right now.
Yeah,
okay, people at home.
This like the second race riot I've been a part of.
That's what Caleb said. Were you two at the same race riot?
We were at the
before?
same show.
Yeah, we was at the same. Yeah, it was. This time it was the blacks and the whites.
Yeah, here it was just everybody.
Yeah.
It was a whole mixture of people that were angry.
I didn't have nothing to do with that either. I was just there.
know, Rashad.
I know, but I just like to throw that in there because they think I'm.
Rashad, you were literally in the back acting like a white person. Like, oh, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was
go ahead and get in my Jeep and fucking leave.
Yeah, I got to leave with my white woman, my Jeep.
With nuts. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what. That's why I live in the. That's why I be in the sidewalk, not in the streets.
That's right. You talked about being in the sidewalk, not in the streets, and then when the boys would come around, you said, "I don't want to play with you." Were these gay boys? Maybe gaysters disciples?
Probably.
Now that I'm gonna get shot for.
Yeah. Probably. They probably were. Or probably are. Yeah.
Sure, we're all just calling out things that are okay. Hell yeah.
All right.
That's good. There is a fine line between the black power fist and the Sig Heil, and I think it comes down to what color you are.
Yeah.
Did you say Lucas beat you at basketball?
Yes, he did. Catch that video on
the
YouTube.
CIA couldn't get that information out of me.
It's on camera. We had it on video.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube.
That's a fantastic short. Morgan and Jeff Shank narrated.
Morgan and Jeff Shank. Yeah.
They do color commentary, even though they're both very white.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know what the hell they was talking about. They was like, okay, he can't get it in the hole.
Birdie.
Yeah. I was like, damn, Morgan, that's. Yeah. Okay.
Well, man, Rashad, we've had a wild night.
Yes,
I appreciate you coming out here, closing this thing up. What do you want these folks to know before we get you out of here tonight, sir?
Well, for now, catch me every Sunday at Quick Draw. On camera, podcast.
All right, catch him on camera. You heard it here first. One more time for Rashad Vaughn. Hey, and let's hear it for our fantastic guest this evening, Caleb Salvatore. What you got going on?
What do I got going on? I'll be in Kansas next Saturday for a show. We run a show at Beach House every month. We're not doing one in April, but we run the roast battles there on the second Saturday. of every month. You follow us, Comedy and Chaos Productions. You'll check it out there. I also got a show called That's Based with Caleb Salvatore. We do pretty solid numbers there, locally, nationally, all over the place. And I have beef with the mayor right now. She hates my guts, so if you want to go see my ongoing war with her, go check the show out wherever we're not banned.
Oh yeah, this man brings violence and chaos everywhere he goes. One more time for Caleb Salvatore. Hey, and how about it for Clem Jameson? The Lot Lizards, Reese Thurber, and Randall Turner. Thank you so much for starting the week right with us here at Quick Draw Comedy. Come out to shows. Come out, see Quick Draw Unplugged, where we don't film the shenanigans that happen in here. You guys have been fantastic. Have a good night, everybody.